This video is section 2.1, the rectangular coordinate system and graphs. This is part 1 of a 2-part video. We're going to learn how to plot ordered pairs in the Cartesian coordinate system. We're going to graph equations by plotting points. We're going to graph equations with a graphing utility. And we're going to find x, y intercepts and use the distance formula and midpoint formula. So that is what section 2.1 holds. So let's get started. So plotting points. Ordered pairs are in the form of x, write that better, x comma y. So we'll look on the x-axis. We'll go 0, 2. Then we'll go over to -1, 0. And then we'll do -3, 3. So over to -3 and up 3. And then we'll go 4, over to 4 and -1. So that is plotting these points. Now, if you can plot the points, you should be able to read them off a graph. So we'll start with A. A is 3, -1. B, let's see, B, well, that's the origin. That says 0, 0. C, that is -4, 1. D is 1, 3. What's this? X. What is this? Y. 1, 3, right? The E is 0 on the X and -3 for the Y. F is -3, 0. Sometimes people get E and F confused. It's X, then Y. So you put its X coordinate, then its Y coordinate, and then finally G. And G is -3, -3. So that is reading the points off a graph. In what quadrant does 5, -5 lie? Well, let's look at the quadrants. Okay, so the Cartesian plane is the quadrants are labeled 1, 2, 3, and 4. And remember that this is a Cartesian plane. It's named after Rene Descartes, which is the father of 2D, 2 dimensions, X and Y. And they are set out in the form of a C. So if you can know that this is Cartesian plane, they're labeled or they're ordered 1, 2, 3, 4 in the form of a C. Okay, so 5, -5 would be down in the 4th quadrant. Okay. All right, so we're going to complete the table for the following equation. And so they're giving us x values here, and then we'll put the y value that we get, and then we'll put it as an ordered pair, and then we'll plot it. So first things first, y equals -3 times -2 minus 2. So that is 6 minus 2, which is 4. So that gave me a 4. And then we'll go y equals -3 times -1 minus 2, which is 3 minus 2, which is 1. And then we'll do y equals -3 times 0 minus 2, which is just 0 minus 2, which is -2. And then we'll do y equals -3 times 1. Let me get that right. 1 minus 2. So that's -3 minus 2, which is -5. And we'll come back over here and do this. Y equals -3 times 2 minus 2. That's -6 minus 2, which is -8. So I found all my y values that go along with it. Now I've got to turn around and just write things as ordered pairs. So that's -2, -4, -1, 1, 0, -2, 1, -5, and then 2, -8. And you're going to use 2. Then you're going to use 2 of the ordered pairs to graph the equation. Okay, so we're only going to use 2. All right. So let's do 0, -2. That's here. And so we'll click this little button. It only takes 2 points, so we'll click there, and then we'll go -1, 1. We'll use that. And then it will, if we click this button and select this one, and then click up here, then it will form a line. Okay, so that's what that problem's asking. All right, so solve 3x minus 5y equals 3 for y. Well, this is in standard form. Okay, if you remember that standard form is ax plus by equals c for a linear equation. So in order to solve for y, that means we have to get this over to the other side. Now that's a positive 3x, so we'll minus 3x. And then we got -5y equals -3x plus 3. And then we'll turn around and divide everything by -5. Which leaves us y equal to a negative is positive, so it's 3/5 x. And then positive divided by negative is a negative, and that's minus 3/5. All right, so that is solving for y. You move your x to the other side and divide by the coefficient of y. All right, so this is the next problem, and that will be the beginning for the second video.